Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my video, you're welcome. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my video. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I recreated the bubu style on my thumbnail. Please make sure you watch till the end and also subscribe to my channel if you find my video helpful. Okay, this is the Ankara print I'll be working with. I made use of 5 years for my client body measurements, and the material have a very thick texture. I also have this Asoke that I'll be using for the design on the front. I'll be cutting front and back together, but I'll be folding it separately because of the front slit. In that case, what I will do is to measure her full length. Her full length is 64, so I will measure the length of 64. That's for the front part. I also measure another 64 for the back part. I will cut it out now and show you the next thing to do. After cutting it out, I have the length of 64 for the back part and length of 64 for the front part. So I will fold the one for the front. After folding it into two, I will place the one for the back part on top of it, the way you see me doing. Arrange it very well and make sure that you leave 1 inch for the front slit, and also make sure that the width is the same for both front and back. So I will start placing her body measurement. I'll first of all measure her sleeve length. I place my tape from the back part and I measure my 22 inches. The next thing is to measure her sleeve opening. So I'll be using her nipple point measurement to determine that from her shoulder to nipple point is 14 inches. Because she's of a bigger size, if you use anything lesser than 14 inches, the armhole area will be tight, it won't be free. From her shoulder to her waistline is 18 inches. I'll mark it. From her shoulder to her hip is 28 inches. I will also mark it. From her shoulder to her knee is 39 inches and her full length is 64. I will rule the lines out. After ruling the line out, I will mark her back neck width. I use 4 inches for her back neck width and 2 inches for her neck depth. I'll mark it and I'll connect it the way you see me doing. After that, I will mark 4 inches for her front neck width and 7 inches for front neck depth, and I will connect it like a V shape. This is 1 inch I mark for the front slit. So if you are measuring your neck width, start from that 1 inch and mark your 4 inches for the neck width. I will mark 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope. I will connect it to the neck width. Alright. After that, I will mark how free I want the gown to be. So on the hip line, I will measure 17 inches. You can also divide your hip measurement by 4 and add extra 5 inches. Depending on how free you want it, you can add 4 or 5, but I use 17 inches in total, both for the sewing allowance. After that, I will rule it straight to the armhole depth. Connect it from your knee length to armhole length. And where my sleeve opening ends, I will come in by 3 inches just to give it a slight curve. Just watch how I will connect it now. Can you see what I'm doing here? That's how you will connect yours. To draw my cowl shape, I will come down by 4 inches from my knee length. I mark 4 inches. I will draw my cowl shape the way you see me doing. I will highlight it for you to see what I did. Can you see? If you have watched up to this length and you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button to support my channel. This will motivate me to post more interesting videos. So I'll go ahead now and cut the back parts. After cutting it out, I will work on the front neck line. So I'm done cutting it out. I will remove the back part now. Please ignore this line that I mark here. When I mark my front neck width, I started from the folded edge instead of from the 1/8 I marked for slit opening. So I will correct it now. I will reconnect it the way you see me doing. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'll cut it out now. After cutting out the front neckline, I will now slash it open the way you see me doing. Can you see? This is for the slit opening. The next thing now is to cut the Asoke design on the front part. For where I want my Asoke to stop, I will measure the length of 36. I'll add 1 inch for folding allowance. I want my front slit to start on my knee, that's from shoulder to 37 inches. So the Asoke will be 1 inch shorter before the slit opening. So I'll cut it out now. I'll cut another one because I will be folding it into two so that I can cut out the neck design. The width of this Asoke is 7 inches. So if I fold it, it will be 14 inches. So I'll go to my sewing machine now and join it. I'll sew it with 1/2 inch and come back and show you the next thing to do. Alright, I've sewn it. Can you see? I will iron it very well. Just open the seam up and use your steam iron to iron it flat. I've also closed the front slit. I open press it and iron it very well. I stop my stitches on the 7 inches. That's where my slit opening will start. Can you see? Make sure you back stitch on that 37 inches so that it doesn't lose. Can you see? Okay, I didn't know my camera was not recording when I trim out the front neckline on the Asoke. I will be showing you how I did it. I folded my fabric into two like this. Just watch what I'm doing. I folded my Asoke into two also. Can you see? I put my Asoke inside. Make sure it aligns. After that, cut it off. Alright. After cutting it off, I will unfold my fabric and I will place my Asoke on it to make sure that it's equal, that it aligns. If it's not equal, trim it off. The next thing now is to draw the cup design on the Asoke. I have 4 inches here. I will draw it. It will stop at 7 inches. Can you see what I'm doing? If you want it to look exactly like the one on my thumbnail, you can draw it to your desired shape. For the width of the Asoke, I measure 7 inches. 7 inches that I want, both for sewing allowance included. From there, I will curve it the way you see me doing. Can you see what I have? Confirm your 7 inches and you roll it downwards. After that, I will cut it off. After cutting it off, this is what I have. So I will go to my sewing machine now and fold it with 0.25. Just fold it the way you see me doing and you stitch on it. I'll do it for the both side and come back and show you the next thing to do. Okay, I've gone to my interlocking machine and weave the front slit allowance. Can you see what I have? Weave it before you place your Asoke. I folded my Asoke. Can you see? So the next thing now is to use it to turn the neckline. I place the right side of the Asoke facing the wrong side of the fabric. Can you see what I'm doing? I will make sure it aligns and I will use my pin to hold the neckline round. Pin it before you sew. After pinning it, I'll go to my sewing machine and sew it and come back and show you. Okay, I'm done sewing it front. I will give it a good notch so that if I turn it, it will relax very well. I will pin it now and I will turn it to the right side. Can you see what I'm doing? After arranging it very well, use your steam iron to press it down. After that, you place your Asoke very well, making sure that it is straight on the middle. Use your pin to pin it down. Ironing is very important. Make sure you open press and iron very well so that it can relax very well. So I will stitch it now, top stitch on it, or you can use your hemming gum and hold it down first before top stitching on it. Don't use only hemming gum, please. In order not to waste my hemming gum, I'll be using my pin to pin it straight down. So this is for my back. I will cut a facing that I'll be using to turn my neckline. I folded a pieces of fabric and put it under the main fabric, and I press it out the way you see me doing. Can you see what I'm doing? After that, I will cut it. I'll use it and turn the back neckline. Just place it together, stitch it with half inch. After that, I'll fold in half inch. Can you see I've top stitch on it? This is my back. I've also done my neckline with facing. I'll notch it. I'll use my hemming gum to iron it so that it can stick together. Just insert your hemming gum the way you see me doing, and use your hot iron to press the facing down. Alright, so after that, I will be joining the front and back shoulder together, and I will close the two sides with half inch and fold my sleeve.